Hi there, I'm Reverend John Moreland, the Senior Minister at Light of the Mountains Center for Spiritual Living, and thank you for attending our new membership class. Often we give these in person, but we wanted to give an online way that you could go anytime that you were ready and pursuing membership with our spiritual community. So I have Reverend Jill Iris with us today, who is our staff minister. I have Ann Christensen, who is one of our licensed prayer practitioners, and I have Karen Nelson, who is on our leadership council / board of trustees, and we're all going to have a little bit of input here today. So our point today is to give you a little bit more information that you might want about our spiritual community that you may not have gotten if you've been just listening or viewing us online, or even if you were attending in person a while back, you can still miss some of the things. So this is the next step for you. And once you learn a little bit more and fill in some of the blanks, you can contact one of us and get even a little bit more information, especially should you decide to become a member. So, Light of the Mountain Center for Spiritual Living. Who are we? Are we connected to anyone else? Well, actually, I'll answer both those questions. We are a member of Centers for Spiritual Living, which is an international faith community that has about 450 centers, teaching chapters and study groups throughout the world. It was began in the 1920s, founded by Ernest Holmes, and it's had many different ways how it's progressed along the way up to the point where it is in this today. And so Light of the Mountains is a center for spiritual living, and we have been part of the Wood River Valley since 1987. So we've been here for many years. We've had our own facility since 2002. And we have a vibrant community of classes and activities, and of course, Sunday services and youth programs and things that you'll hear about a little bit later. So we welcome you and other people to be a part of us and take that big step for membership. So the core of what we teach, which is pretty broad, is a philosophy that we call science of mind. Basically, it states that what you believe and think has a way of outpicturing in your life. And as we strive to have fuller lives of more meaning, where we start is on the inside instead of trying to change just the things on the outside. And that as we change those inner beliefs, that slowly our outward world will begin to shift. And we believe that it is a philosophy that anyone can, in some way or form, take into their lives, regardless of what your primary spiritual belief or even religion might be, that there's always at least a small portion that you could take in and work for you. Even though if you're a member with this, you make Science of Mind more of your primary spiritual practice. So, and on top of that, of course, we teach the concept of oneness, that we're all connected at a very deep level, and that, well, we evolve as individuals and as groups at the same time. So that is just a little taste of what we believe and what we teach here. And I'd like to hand it over to Reverend Jill to give you a little bit more.
I am Reverend Jill Iris, and one of my responsibilities and joys of being here at Light on the Mountains is teaching classes and coordinating the education program. And we teach classes quarterly. I will say first and foremost, Reverend John or I will teach classes. There's always something offered just about every quarter. And we teach them both in person and using Zoom technology like we're doing here today. The Zoom comes in especially handy on those cold, dark winter nights. We can still meet and have classes. There are two tracks, if you will, of courses that we teach. One is what we call Prac track, or the track to become a licensed prayer practitioner. And those classes follow a particular order with some prerequisites and so on. We also teach a variety of spiritual and personal development classes, and some of them are similar or the same as classes on the practitioner track, but others can take them as well. We offer a lot of really good outreach options, from Zoom connection groups to book studies. We have, we explore different social media offerings like daily readings on Facebook. We're expanding our YouTube channel, and there's always something going, or some things will have run their course. So we offer new things from time to time, and we're always open for input when someone has a desire for some kind of offering where we can get together in a group and learn and support each other and grow together. We also have a youth education program, and we have curriculum that we use. We incorporate curriculum that our international organization uses, along with local relevant topics and things that are really practical. Currently we have a nice teen and tween group that we work with, and all ages are welcome. And so if you have any questions about that, please contact us and we can give you more information. And then just lastly, I wanted to say a little bit about our work in the community, that we do outreach in a variety of ways and serve in a variety of capacities, whether it's financial support, sitting on boards, volunteering, and we work with 4 in particular that seem to be the most active for us, and that's the Senior Connection, the Advocates, the Hunger Coalition, and the Crisis Hotline. And I'll highlight one that we've done 2 years in a row, which was the Senior Connection, where we actually did spring cleanup for seniors that were unable to take care of their homes themselves. So we organized groups and coordinated with the Senior Connection and had wonderful time and did a really good service for the community. And we're always open for new ideas and new ways to serve our community. So that's it for now, and I'd like to pass this on now to Karen Nelson, one of our board or council members.
Hi, excuse me. My name is Karen Nelson, and I sit on the Leadership Council, and very happily so. And it's a 3-year commitment, and so I've just finished my 2nd year on the council. And the prerequisites of being on the council are basically being a member of the church and also having taken a foundations class. Then the current council members choose persons to be asked, and if willing, then they are put up to a vote for the congregation. So as a council, I see our purpose. Basically, we serve as oversight and advisory, both in the financial realm and with regard to the activities of the congregation and the center. We meet once a month, monthly, and among many topics, we discuss any changes to the financial reporting. We keep tabs on the income, and we keep an eye on to the spending so that the center's money is used prudently. As a board, we decide and approve on special purchases that are above and beyond the general expenses of the center, i.e. we just had our bathrooms improved and upgraded, and we've done some computer upgrades, and so all of that we've had to approve on. And in addition to this, we organize and plan special events, which can include summer barbecues and or our main event of the year, which is our stewardship event, which kicks off our party in essence to solicit donations. So we know what money we have to spend for the coming year. We make sure that the building and the grounds are kept functioning properly. And we oversee the community outreach programs and so on that Jill mentioned. And well, basically this past year, COVID's made it difficult, of course, for us to do future planning, and which is kind of part of our duties also, to continue to seek ways for the center to be of benefit to the community. but hopefully that's all going to open up more now. And indeed, one of our next tasks is to figure out how and when to open the center for our in-person Sunday services, how to do this safely, and what's the right timeline. So for myself, it's been very satisfying to be a part of the board and see the inner workings of the church, and to give back a little to the awesome people that are a part of this beautiful community. So I will turn it over to Ann Christensen.
Oh, hello, everyone. I'm Ann Christensen, and I am a licensed prayer practitioner at Light on the Mountains. It's a wonderful place to be and a wonderful thing to be. When I started out, I had no intentions of becoming a licensed prayer practitioner, but I took all the classes that they offered because they were fascinating, and I wanted to learn more and more and more. And the next thing I knew, it was time to take the practitioner classes, and they were fascinating. It takes approximately 4 years of science of mind study and classes to become a practitioner. Now, I think I took quite a bit longer because I just kept taking classes until they said, well, you better take the practitioner classes. And I wasn't sure what I was getting into. It was a challenging thing to do, but it is one of the blessings in my life right now. And I am so glad I'm a practitioner. It helps me spiritually and in every other way. My job is to hold the center in prayer on a daily basis, and to be available for individual prayer and spiritual counseling, and to do some pulpit duty, and to help with various things like this video. And I still continue to take classes because our classes are wonderful. But I do think that these teachings, they evolved along with everything else. And so I think that I should take probably a class every year to keep up with everybody else. And it really helps me. But being a prayer practitioner, you look at things in a slightly different way. You feel things, I think, is what I would say. And you ask different questions, and it's a growth thing, but it's also something that gives me a more solid basis for my living, I would say. So I am very happy to be a practitioner, and if anyone wants individual prayer or counseling, I would love to be involved with it. And I think that's it. And I'm giving this back to Reverend John, I believe.
Great, thank you, Ann. So what does it mean to be a member? Well, for one thing, it means that you're taking a little bit of communal ownership. That if you've ever come to Light on the Mountains for an event or a service and you ever said they should really do something about that, you suddenly become one of the they. That you're invested in the community, and that we ask you to consider sharing your, as we say, your time, talent, and treasure, meaning to volunteer or to give of your special skills, and certainly to share in finances as well. As Karen mentioned, we have a stewardship program every year, and where we talk very frankly about our finances, where we are, where we've been, and we invite everybody to participate in that. Like I said, it's really not a spiritual miracle, it's just a math issue. So we come together as members and we figure all that out on an ongoing basis, and especially touched base with that at our stewardship program in October. So what's your next step if you'd like to consider being a member or hear a little bit more? In the description of this video, you'll see contact information actually for the center and for us. And you can contact me for more information about being a member, or Karen or Jill, and even Ann, if you want to. She's so excited about the classes, she'll tell you even more about the classes. And at that point, if you can talk it over a little bit with me or Jill, and be more than happy to see that you get a membership application. And that's all it takes. But like I said, it's more of an inner commitment. Are we your spiritual community? Do you want to take the next step beyond just being a visitor on occasion? And that is a pretty big significant step. So I want to thank you for taking the time to view this today. And we look forward to seeing you sometime soon. So bye-bye.